I'm about to show you the easiest thing they're going to learn today. So as I take the cards out of the tug case and give the deck a shuffle, I also want to let you know there'll be a giveaway going on later in this video, so make sure you stick around and keep your eyes peeled. So we're going to start by handing the deck off to the spectator, and they can give the deck a nice, thorough shuffle, right? Once the deck has been shuffled up, I want the spectator to go ahead and deal off the cards into 4 piles. Now, they don't have to be 4 even piles where cards are dealt one at a time. You can deal like 4 cards into one pile, 7 cards into one pile, 2 cards into another, 1 card into another. You want to deal from the bottom in reverse order. You want to deal it like in random order. You can go ahead and really split these cards into 4 packets in any way that you want, being the spectator. Now, ideally, we want 4 spectators to make this trick happen, because right now we're going to have 4 cards selected, right? So take a look. Here's card number 1. Try to memorize that card if you can. Here's card number 2. Try to memorize that card if you can. Here's card number 3. Memorize that card. And last, and certainly not least, there is card number 4. All right. Now, of course, obviously, maybe I'll put it on the screen so it's easier for you to remember. But we have 4 spectators here. Each of them remembered a card. And now these cards can be put together in any way. For example, you want to put these cards together like this. And let's just say you want to do this and even give the deck a couple of cuts, right? Now, I have no idea where the cards are. You probably have no idea where the cards are unless you're a super genius mind reader type thing or deck reader. So we're going to spread out the cards like this, and I'm going to try to find the selected cards using whatever you send me mentally, all right? Let's try this out. So first, I want everyone to just think of their card. One person ideally would think out the loudest, and that's the one I'm going to hear. Okay. All right, I think I got it. One of the cards selected was this one right here, the Ace of Diamonds. All right, pretty good, 1 for 1. Another one, I was getting 2 voices around the same level. I just need it one more time, just to confirm. Okay, yep. So one of the cards was the Jack of Spades, pretty impressive. And the other card, I don't think right here, the 5 of Hearts. So we have 3 of the cards selected. Now the last one can be a bit tricky. I think the last card that was selected, I feel like I'm not really getting a good vibe here. Wait, the last card that was selected was this card, the 10 of Clubs. How'd I do? Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Some background on this effect: it's known as Impossible Pickup by Temple Patent, and it uses concepts that I've talked about before, but done in a different way. So, before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get rid of all your friends. Now grab your favorite deck, and let's do it. Oh, and keep watching for the giveaway coming up. Now let's do it. And welcome to the tutorial. For those of you who are curious, by the way, these are the James Bond 007 playing cards. So you kind of got that vibe going on. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy. Now, some more info on this effect. I'd probably rank this at a beginner level, just because there's not a whole lot of technical stuff to do. Really, all of it's going to be in the performance and how you're really selling this effect. You can either make this a very quick effect, or you can really, I wouldn't say drag it out, but you can really emphasize a lot of what's being done to make it a lot more fun and a lot more engaging, which gets you better reactions. So 2 different methods of doing this. One is an impromptu method, which I did in my performance. We can talk about that. And as well as a setup method, which I'll talk about as well. So that being said, let's take the cards right out and begin. To start, what I'd like to do, and this is of course the impromptu method, is hand the deck over to the spectator and allow them to shuffle up the cards as much as they'd like. The impromptu method does take a little bit of skill in terms of memorization, because once you get the deck back from the spectator, you need to take a look and memorize the top 4 cards. And I think that's probably the most difficult part of this effect. I know a lot of people have issues memorizing just 2 cards, so doing the top 4 could be a bit difficult, but let's just say you want to memorize the top 4 cards. An easy way that I'd first recommend is I just turn the deck face up. Honestly, again, if you're a beginner, and you can just say, of course, you shuffled up the deck and the cards are in completely random order. And as you're going through, you can take a look and memorize the top 4 cards. You would want some kind of pattern in your mind, or some kind of, what I like to do is kind of have almost a memory palace in the way that I'm memorizing these 4 cards. You can do it however you'd like, but if you're a beginner, maybe spread through the cards, say everything's random, or if you have jokers in your deck, you can spread through, take out the jokers, and make sure there are no extra cards there, and then memorize the last 4 cards. Again, completely up to you on how you want to do it. So, top 4 cards memorized, but for the purpose of this video, let's just say we're doing a setup now. Let's just take the 4 aces because I think that those are the most recognizable cards. So the other method that you can do is take the 4 aces and put those on top as well. But now, of course, the issue is that you can't have the spectator shuffle up the deck. So if you want the spectator to shuffle, make it more interactive, you have to memorize the top 4. Otherwise, you can just start with the top 4 cards being set up. But the key is you should know what the top 4 cards are. And with that, we'll take a break. First of all, a huge shout out to Nelson So for heading on over to the CardMechanic shop and sponsoring 3 decks of cards to give away. I got so much respect for people like you who give back to the community, so truly, thank you. And now here's all you need to do to enter this giveaway. First, make sure to smash that like button and then comment down below if you'd be interested in picking up my next deck of playing cards, the Canis Lupus Alpha Lux. I've been working on these playing cards for quite some time, so it'd be great to get some honest feedback. They'll be launching in either late January or early February, so it'd be great to know what kind of support I can expect with this Kickstarter. And if you're not interested in these playing cards, I hate you. That's completely okay. I'm not gonna hold it against you in any way. So the winner for this giveaway will be determined 72 hours after the release of this video on my community page, so keep your eyes peeled. Oh, and good luck. Hey, listen, I hope you win the giveaway, right? Because you deserve the win. So you have the top 4 cards memorized, and to make it easier for ourselves and for demonstration purposes, I just made them into the 4 aces. Now, what I asked the spectator to do is take this deck from me, and of course, if you want to give the deck a false shuffle or false cut, you can feel free to do that as well. Have the spectator take the deck from you and start dealing up the cards into 4 piles. Now, naturally, what they're going to do is 4 piles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to continue dealing like this. Once they've dealt the first 4 cards, then, if they dealt the second round, that's completely fine. Then you can say, hold on, you don't have to deal just from the top. You could also deal from the bottom. Or if you want to deal multiple cards at a time, you want to deal 4 cards in one pile, 2 cards in another, you can really go all out and figure out how you want to deal. If you want to reverse the card order, because I really want to make sure that whatever cards you select, they're completely random and there's no way I have any influence over the cards that have been selected. Right, so that's done. And of course, this gives them complete free will. As long as they don't touch the bottom cards of all these piles, you're all set to go. And like I said in my performance, ideally you want 4 spectators because it's difficult for one spectator to memorize all 4 of these cards. So this is probably better for a group setting. But if you have just 1 spectator, or 2 spectators, you can have them write it down on a piece of paper. That can make life easier as well. So now they take a look and memorize all these cards. We have 5 of spades, 6 of clubs, 3 of clubs, and 8 of spades. There's no way, by the way, I'm memorizing those cards right now. But let's turn them all face down. What you can have the spectator do is all you really need now is you need these cards in front of the aces. So there are many different ways of doing this. You can either just pick up the piles in any order, or you can go even a step further and you can say, go ahead and put 2 of the piles together. So maybe they put these 2 piles together, right? Now there's an ace, there are 2 aces on top of 2 cards. The only thing left is to get this ace on top of this card or this card, and this ace on top of this card or this card. So from here, you can either just have them give this pile a cut, or you can have them, put this together and then give this deck a cut. It's really open. As long as the ace and the spectator selection make contact, it really doesn't matter what order you do things in. Right, let's just say that's done. And now it's going to be all up to how you're performing. If your performance sucks, maybe that's a harsh way of putting it, but if your performance is trash, you're not going to get good reactions. But all you're really doing is looking for the 4 cards that you memorized and just picking out the cards that are right in front of them. A way that I can describe my performance, you can kind of take a look at how I did my performance, but a way that I can describe how you can do a performance is you can take it with some kind of mind reading. You can use process of elimination. Maybe after you found the first 3 cards, you can build up to the last one, make that the most difficult. There's so many different ways you can go with this and really make it a full presentation versus a quick card trick. Right, so just quickly go through. We see 1 ace here, ace of spades. The card directly in front of it is the 6 of clubs, which is one of the selected cards. Going through, next ace, the card right in front of it, ace of diamonds, is 3 of clubs. Going through, choo-choo, next ace, ace of hearts, card right in front of it, 5 of spades. And going through last one, choo-choo-choo-choo-choo, ace of clubs, the card right in front of it is the 8 of spades. All 4 cards magically found. Hope you enjoyed. This is the last video of 2024. Thank you all for such a wonderful year, and I hope you have a great 2025. As always, a huge shout out to all my Patreon producers. We have a new member this week, Peter Armstrong. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. It's too much. And thank you, love you, see you next year.